And now let's move on to the next segment, which is REAX, where we're going to take a look at X and see what we can react to. And first up, we've got Eric Dyer and Heung-min Son having a little bit of a hug after the game, and Dyer looks like he's clapping off all the players after the win yesterday.
That's good, and it's nice to see Dyer getting more involved. You know what? I saw that video of him last week or a couple of weeks ago where he was coming into the Spurs training ground and he was telling the guy, I know you're not going to use it. I was like, I felt so bad for him. Yeah. I saw that. I was like, oh, God, maybe we've been going too hard on Dyer at the moment. Maybe he needs to calm some slack. So anyway, I'm happy that, you know, that he's still involved in the team and everything. He maybe still feels part of it.
And next up is Sonny, looking into the camera with his iconic celebration now. Brilliant stuff.
Absolutely love it. Warning, if you're not a fan of, you know, heartwarming content, this segment ain't going to be for you.
Spurs Army saying these vibes with Porro, Romero and Van de Ven. 3 out of the back four, the stunning back four that we do have this season, and just great to see the vibes in the changing room, isn't it?
Absolutely, and everyone just seems so happy. And I know it's easy to be happy when everything's going well, but everything is going well, so I'm just loving it at the moment.
And also, you've got to say, like, cast your mind back to the last time we went to Palace top of the league. We're in such a different moment now, aren't we?
When was the last time we went to Palace top of the league?
Under Nuno.
Oh. Yeah, very different.
It's mad. EIF says Romero is such an unbelievable footballer. His ability on the ball as a centre-back is unfair when you take into account how physically bruising he is on the defensive side of the game. Cheat code to having him at centre-back.
There you go. And that ain't a Spurs fan saying it, so... Brilliant.
Next up with Spurs OTM saying Pedro loves Kuti, and Porro with a message on Instagram, I think it was, saying how easy it is to play by your side. And I think he does make Pedro Porro's life so much better when they're playing together.
I think he makes everyone's life better, but I agree. That's true. I think Porro knowing that, you know, he's got Romero next to him just gives him more like that confidence to get in those positions that Andrew's asking him to, whether it be central, whether it be in the final third as well. So I completely agree. I think Romero has really taken on that responsibility this season, and I think he's really making everyone better around him and himself.
And look, we told all you lot, but you didn't want to listen. I heard everything. I heard what you all saying last season about Kuti Romero saying, oh, he's having a poor season. Well, yeah, you try playing next to Eric Dyer and whoever we had at right, Emerson, for pretty much the whole season, and see what you get in a defensively Conte system. And we said, put a good centre-back next to him and you'll see the real Kuti Romero flourish, and that is exactly what we are seeing right now. HTHFC says, good night, Spurs fans. A lovely picture of the Spurs team with the huddle just before the game, outside the away end. Yeah,
exactly. They came over to the away end just before the game as well. You can see that on our match day vlog if you want to check that out. So I love that. I love when they do that. I think it's a really good thing that Son has implemented.
It's the small things that make a real big difference, isn't it?
Exactly.
THFC report saying Heung-min Son and Mickey van der Ven showing their bromance after the game yesterday.
Who does Son not have a bromance with? Literally everyone he has a bromance with.
That is why he's the perfect captain.
Yeah, literally. Everyone just loves him so much. He seems like just like the perfect guy.
Literally the perfect guy. If you could make a guy in a lab, literally Heung-min Son would come out. Spurs Express saying Mickey and Kuti into little exchange on Instagram. Mickey van der Ven saying the boss, Kuti Romero saying top Mickey Mouse.
I love their interaction, and I love how that Romero calls him Mickey Mouse. It's like, it's a bit of a dad joke, but it's like he feels like the responsibility. It's like he's like the senior guy. He's like making dad jokes. It's so brilliant.
This is the team spirit. A picture that tweeted out by Tottenham last night, and that was a lovely moment with Bentancur, Heung-min Son, and then the whole team coming to embrace them as well. Lovely moment there. Spurs Watch saying Luis Suarez to Rodrigo Bentancur, how nice to see you out there again, my friend, and even more so after all the effort you made. Now it's time to have fun again. Always a big hug. And obviously teammates for the Uruguay national team.
So lovely to read that from Suarez.
James Madison on Instagram, he's taking a selfie with the main man, which is Rodrigo Bentancur, in the changing room last night. And it's great to see as well, because they've never played together.
As I'm saying, and it says at the bottom, welcome back, brother. So he's already calling him a brother. They've only known each other for a few months.
Yeah.
Which is crazy how quickly he's settled in.
That's because our squad is the band of brothers now. That's what we are.
100%.
THFC report with Basuma on Instagram showing the vibes in the changing room after the game, and the vibes are unmatched at Spurs, in and around everything, inside the playing room, at the changing room, on the football pitch, in the stands. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, he's delighted. I don't know if you can hear it, but he's just having banter with everyone. Look, I love his relationship with Sarr as well. So brilliant.
He's literally like Sarr's big dad.
It's a shame. I do feel a bit of a shame. And I guess it's just because it's 2023. But even after a big win, everyone's on their phones and just in their own thing, doing their own thing, which I think probably is symptomatic of a society rather than this squad. But I'd like to see a bit more of just like everyone jumping around, going crazy together. But
you'll see that when we win the league. That's when you'll see that.
Yeah, I guess.
Spurs Watch saying Romero, Mickey van der Ven completed 236 passes between them tonight. Palace only completed 147, controlling the play. I mean, I think those stats are a little bit off, but I get the point. It's the same point.
What we made before, yeah. Unbelievable.
Invert the Wing saying Maddison's worst game in a Tottenham shirt, and he was still involved in both goals. That is the standard he's playing at. And we touched on that in the takeaways and the player ratings, and it's absolutely spot on, isn't it? Even in one of his worst games, he is still providing those moments of magic and quality.
Best player in the Premier League so far.
Exactly. Duncan Alexander saying Spurs have recorded 8 wins, 2 draws and 0 losses after 10 games. A lovely tribute to Antonio Conte's favourite formation.
A bit of banter there from Duncan.
Tottenham tweeting out this video saying, well, this is what it means, and the Spurs players just screaming into the camera as they're coming off the pitch, every single one of them.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Look at that passion.
I just love Sonny. So you see how much that win means to him, and it's even though it's just a standard away win at Palace, you see no one is taking any wins for granted this season, and every win means so much. You can see that after each win here. It's brilliant.
I remember the last Spurs team that would have won a game away at Palace to go 5 points clear at the top of the Premier League. Every other Spurs team would have lost or drawn.
100%, yeah, would have dropped points, yeah.
Spurs OTM saying 5 points clear at the top with the chicken in the
That's going to be us tonight, 100% dancing the night away. I can't wait.
That was literally the whole away end at full time.
It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I love that chicken video. It's so funny.
Ollie Davis, Tottenham top of the league. Tottenham top of the league. That's what they were singing in the away end yesterday. And that was Heung-min Son embracing the away end. Lovely stuff. And then Rodrigo Bentancur as well. The passion in everything at the moment is just unmatched.
Yeah, and the footage coming out of the fans as well, it's phenomenal so far. Just loving it. Loving every second of it.
Next up, Tottenham tweet out saying back on the pitch for the first time since February. And the club that Rodrigo, when he last played his last performance, which game was it he got injured at?
Leicester.
At Leicester. It's at Pedro Porro's debut, right?
Yeah.
And then to now. It's just crazy, how much has changed since he's last played.
A different club, yeah. Porro hadn't even, as you say, he barely played it. He only played one, that was his debut. So even him, just like how different player Porro is, like the difference he's made. It's just madness how much has changed. So hopefully he can bed in as quickly as possible. It's how we want to play. Yeah.
Couto Romero tweeted out, is this the actual Couto Romero account? I'm not sure if it is.
Yeah, it's got 287,000.
Okay, maybe it is. But it didn't have any ticks or anything like that.
No,
but,
it doesn't have a tick. I think it is him.
It says, this is direction to the right path, no matter what happens, where we're going to get to. But like this, we work and everyone together always. Spurs official. And some lovely images. I just love his aggressive nature, Romero. He just comes up and hits people and screams in their faces. And he's just a joy to watch, so Romero.
Funny. He's just a funny guy as well.
Yeah.
He seems like a funny guy to have around the dressing room for sure.
This one's brilliant. Harry Kane right now.
That famous meme, yeah.
Bayern Munich third in the Bundesliga.
That would be so funny if they don't win the league and we win the league. That would be, I have to say, as much as I love Kane and I hate to see that his own personal drought carry on, it would just be hilarious, objectively, if that happened. Can't deny it.
Next up, the Fighting Cock saying, could we? Could we? So there's the Fighting Cock saying, could we? With Heung-min Son and Couto Romero coming to embrace him with Emerson Royale. Next up is 433 saying, who is stopping Spurs this year? Because not one team has been able to find that solution just yet.
Great question. No one has the answer so far.
No one.
No one will have the answer the whole season.
Let's hope so. Going unbeaten, the unbeatables. Daily Hotspur saying Madders is fully COYS.
That
tweet's been deleted. Tottenham Hotspur saying the Spurs go marching on, and that is Heung-min Son and James Maddison.
And those two have just been unbelievable so far. They really have every game so consistent. It's been brilliant.
Spurs web, Romero completed 141 passes in the 2-1 win over Palace, the most by a Spurs player on record in a single Premier League game since 2003-2004 season.
Wow. That's really impressive.
Yeah. Who do you reckon that player was in 03-04?
I think that's... I don't know. We were rubbish then. I don't know who it would have been.
Was it Hodder was our manager then?
Yeah. No, that was David Pleat even.
Pleat.
Who would it have been? Maybe like Ledley King? I don't know.
I wouldn't be able to tell you.
But that might have been since the records began, if you know what I mean.
Right.
I think that could have been when the record started.
Got you. Yeah, it could be. Spurs Express saying, we've done that picture already. Tottenham with the first assist feeling with Brennan Johnson, and a lovely cameo for Brennan Johnson yesterday, and his movement to find his way into the box with that interchange with James Maddison, and then to coolly just slot it to Heung-min Son for that second goal was top notch from Brennan. Yeah,
and he seems to be settling in nicely as well with his teammates as well. So there's a lot of love in between him and Son. So great stuff.
Football on TNT Sports says Spurs go 5 points clear at the top of the Premier League, and Ange Postecoglou has the most points of any manager after 10 games. So the records keeps coming in.
Yeah, unbelievable. And I just love Son's face here. Just Son's smile is just to die for. You can't not love it.
Spurs Web saying he's worked hard to get back on the pitch, and a special moment for him, and that is Rodrigo Bentancur. And look at that. Look at the players, and they're coming to embrace him.
Yeah, it's so great. This was such a lovely moment, honestly. It must have felt like such a relief after so much hard work to finally be back at the pitch, and I'm so happy he got his reward, and he got his moment with the fans and with the players as well. Look how happy everyone is for him, and I think you just see here the moment here when every single player coming over to, show their appreciation for him. They probably know how hard he's worked to get.
And that is what a family looks like. That is what a family looks like.
Yeah, everyone is just so happy for him, and such an amazing moment. Really is.
Fighting Cock saying the last time we were 5 points clear, we won the league. Could we?
Well, if that has 100% record of being 5 points clear winning the league.
Yeah, exactly. So. Ed Aaron says Ange Postecoglou on Tottenham being top of the table, and he says, for me, what is important is that we are giving our supporters some joy and some hope. That's what the football club is there for.
Oh, I just love Ange. He always comes up with the best quote. What did he say? He said, dreams are there until someone wakes you up. Yeah. Let's just hope no one wakes us up.
Exactly. Spurs OTM showing Maddison at the end. He's going through it like every Spurs fan was in that away end yesterday.
He definitely was. Oh my god! And he was actually one of the ones complaining massively about the goal as well. He was like off on the touch.
You saw him going mad, didn't you?
Going mad, yeah. But yeah, he must have been a bit nervous at the end there.
That was Maddison on Instagram saying, "Enjoy your weekend, Spurs fans," and just a picture of him hugging Heung-min Son. I'm here for it.
Brilliant.
Spurs watch Mickey van der Ven's performance in numbers: 110 touches, 99% pass accuracy, 95 of his 96 passes completed, 9 out of his 10. Okay, they both says passes completed, but I don't know what that is. And 6 out of 8 ground duels won, 4 clearances, and 2 out of his 2 tackles won. So that is Mickey van der Ven's performance in numbers. James Black saying top of the league and he's the reason is back. He was quote tweeting our footage from inside the stadium yesterday with Rodrigo Bentancur getting serenaded by the squad and the fans.
Yeah, again, I could watch this moment all day. It was so beautiful. So happy he's back, honestly. Such a great moment.
And then Spurs posting out the post-match scenes featuring Lolo yesterday as well. It's basically the same video that we tweeted out yesterday.
I think that's it. You can show Barry and Iggy.
And Barry and Iggy in the studio yesterday, bringing home the 3 points.
Big up to them yesterday. Did a brilliant job on the watch along. So big up to them.
And that brings an end to... What's that one?
Pape Sarr.
Oh, look at that heat map from Pape Matar Sarr. Unbelievable. 75 passes, 6 ball recoveries, 3 was Jules 1. A top performance from Pape Matasar yesterday.
Almost like a right winger.
Yeah, literally.
But very much controller. He was so good yesterday. He's absolutely brilliant.
And those dots around the whole areas of the pitch as well. So yeah, that is the way X reacted to the game yesterday, and it was great to see.